Netanyahu has been personally responsible for keeping this war going. Reporting's found that at key stages, his decisions extended the fighting in Gaza longer than even Israel's military leadership deemed necessary. For instance, just this March, he broke a ceasefire and blamed Hamas's refusal to release more hostages before negotiations could proceed, even though that was not part of the ceasefire agreement. In reality, it was actually Netanyahu caving to far-right ministers like Smotrich who had threatened, if, God forbid, the war is not resumed, I will bring the government down. Even now, Netanyahu's forged ahead with a ground offensive to take Gaza City over the objections of his own military leaders and in defiance of global condemnation. Now, as for Smotrich, he's openly talking about the annexation of Gaza. It is all truly horrifying, and somehow, in the midst of all this, in June, he launched yet another war attacking Iran, claiming they were on the verge of developing a nuclear weapon, something that he's been claiming for 3 fucking decades now. And even after a US-brokered ceasefire was supposed to put a stop to the hostilities, Netanyahu continued to antagonize Iran, which finally seemed to wear on Trump's patience. A new poll found just 21% of Americans have a favorable view of him. Meanwhile, support for Palestinian statehood is currently at 58% in the US, and just recently a wave of countries, including France, the UK, Canada and Australia, all officially recognised a Palestinian state. The US is now one of the few countries and the only permanent member of the UN Security Council that doesn't. And sure, Netanyahu might claim that he can easily push America back into supporting him, but I don't know if that's true this time. I think people have seen a little too much at this point. And let me be clear, to attribute the atrocities in Gaza to just one man would be naive. It'd also ignore that while many Israelis vehemently disagree with choices that Netanyahu's made, there's also a fair amount of consensus there when it comes to deeper issues like the inevitability of ongoing Israeli occupation in general and the acceptability of denying self-determination to Palestinians. Israelis removing this fucking guy from power might at the very least bring a stop to the horrific suffering in Gaza and bring the hostages home.